Hello and welcome back to Soul Axiom. As you can see, this video is gonna be pretty short since there's almost nothing to show here. I consider these two levels heaven and hell because, well, they're quite suggestive of the way they look. They probably aren't that, but who knows? And honestly, who cares? The point of these two levels is actually to get you the corruption hand so that you would be able to do stuff, which you can only get once you beat all of the levels. May I ask, what the hell is even the point then? It's just making you play through the same levels again, just to get to the fucking memory fragments and unlock them. It's kind of a waste of time. It would be better if you could just unlock the memory fragments on the levels and then do them later whenever you get the corruption hand. That could have saved some time, because I can imagine nobody wants to do the levels again. Not that they're very difficult to do, mind you, but still, it's just extra time spent doing the same thing that you already did. There's no reason to do it. But anyway, for this area, heaven, all you have to do is put those things up, and I think there was another puzzle that you can do, but unfortunately I'm not able to show off all of the puzzles in this area because, well, I already completed it. So I think that's the only thing I can do, besides one more thing. Ah yes, that. You can climb up this thing here, looks like a tree actually. And sometimes you'll have to use these platforms to get yourself moving somewhere. Of course, you gotta watch out because they can push you around and you lose the lock on them because of that. They can also fly away too far if you let them. Like that. Isn't that annoying? But I believe the purpose of going up here is to get the last thing turned on. Like, you're supposed to turn on some laser beams here and in the hell portion of this level, which will open up some pathways for you to get to the corruption hand. Unfortunately, you are not able to get to the corruption hand from the heaven portion. You have to get it from the hell portion. Which makes me wonder, what is even the point of doing this portion in the first place? But I don't know. I can clearly see that there is a crystal to destroy here, which, if I remember correctly, was blocking the laser beam. There's nothing left that you can do with it, but now the laser beam is being shot out here and it's going all over the place in this area, connecting to a variety of devices, doing stuff, and lighting up that neat little pathway for you, which leads up to the corruption hand. Or so it should, technically. But instead it just lets you see what you can get. It's like a little teaser. In fact, you can see the road lit up right now. We can just go over to it. It's lit up on both sides, as far as I can see, but, well, I'm gonna show off a puzzle on the hell part anyway. Yeah, once you climb up here, you will see the corruption hand on this pedestal, but it won't come to you. It will be on the other side, actually. Which will be just a little teaser for you to see that, oh, so I did miss out on a power. Well, whoop-de-fucking-do. Oh, and this is what happens whenever you beat one of the levels. Well, after you've done a lot of shit, I think. You just show up there with the aquarium of monkeys, and you can just use the switches to get around the place a little faster. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. We're now in the hell portion of the level, and as you can definitely see, it got the name for a good reason. Here's the thing though. Now you can see that you have these three squares with random shapes on them. For what purpose? Well, you gotta stick them in there into the main cube, but the only way to do it is by getting the shape right. The best way to know is to just listen to it, because a different sound will come up once you get the shape right. But basically you're looking for something similar to the first one. Well, except for the third one. The third one is going to be slightly different. I think the third one is... oh, it's actually the same thing. Well, never mind, I guess then. It's... no, actually no. The third one is not the correct one. This is the correct one. Just lock it in place. The lava level will slightly increase, I think. But some things will happen which will cause some progress to be made. Normally that road should not be available to the corruption hand, but like I said, I've already beaten this and I cannot restart this area anymore without restarting the entire game. That would mean I would have to lose all the progress, and that's shit. Here is the other thing you need to do to actually power up this beam to get the laser roads to show up. You need to move this car with the crystal all the way to the end. It's pretty slow, and I believe you can no, actually you cannot stop it, but you have to use this green ring with your telekinetic hand to make sure it's protected from the giant knives. It's a bit more difficult than it looks like, but it's not too bad. Once you get that done, that's it. Just go up the road and the corruption hand is yours for the picking. So you might be wondering, really? Is that it? Well, what did you expect though? This is just a level for you to get a hold of the corruption hand. And once you pick it up from this pedestal, you will also be greeted to its very own tutorial level. This is where you learn how to make use of the corruption hand. You're not going that way. You're going up the stairs. There you go. Here's some energy. Just need to stand in the way and beam it. Just beam it. There will be another thing that you'll need to beam to. I believe it's pretty close by. Just follow the lasers, really. This tutorial area is very simple to go through. May need to go a little bit parkour here and there, but nothing to worry about. Stand right here. Shoot the hand. It's the goal hand, I believe. Yes, it is indeed the goal hand. And that's it. Your tutorial level is over. And here you get the first hint that, well, those cutscenes you saw before the memory fragments, well, they may not have been entirely correct. In fact, you just get this. The end of the last cutscene we saw in the last part. The shit gets real. But yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to see in this level. It's a lot easier than you think it is. It's too bad that I couldn't show off two other puzzles that are in this area proper, but I hope this video was good enough to explain how this works. If not, well, too bad I guess, but you shouldn't worry. You'll be able to figure out how those puzzles work and how to solve them without much of a hassle. With that said, it's time to get to the end of the game. Next part, it's gonna be it. It's gonna be all over. So let's get straight to it.